All right. Good day, guys, and you're welcome. So, today we're going to be talking about this Chelsea team and the fact that just a few hours ago, Enzo Maresca, the head coach of Chelsea, came out to say that the first team is consisted of 42 players, but he's going to be working with 21 players. In fact, about 20 players or so have been training apart from the first team. Those players that he feels are surplus to his own personal requirements as the head coach of Chelsea. So let's just dive into, how this other 21 players training with Enzo Maresca are going to fit into this team and what your possible, first team selection would be for this particular Chelsea team. So in goal, there's been a lot of controversy as to whether it's going to be Jorgensen that was signed from Villarreal or Roberto Sanchez would tend to retain his place in the Chelsea goal. That's something that we're waiting to see. However, so far so good. The first game of the EPL has gone to show that Maresca trusts Sanchez, and that's going to be his number one goalkeeper. On the right side of the defense, evidently, James is not there to give Malo Gusto a run for his money. Gilchrist Alfie has joined Sheffield United, so that place is for the taking for Malo Gusto, and evidently so he's been on form, so I don't think that should be a problem. Most notably, where Chelsea are really having a lot of issues as to who is going to start where and not is the central defense position, one that has been an issue for them for a very long time. So right now we have Fofana in that position. We have Cowell, we have Tosin Adarabio, we have Diasesi playing in that position. A lot of Chelsea fans feel very comfortable with Cowell playing. He should start in that central defense role, given the fact that he's a left-footed defender. And the debate is who is going to start alongside this guy. Is it going to be Tosin? Is it going to be Disasi? Is it going to be Fofana? But the first game of the EPL saw Fofana appear with this guy, and yet Chelsea fans are not really happy with that pairing. So that's one to watch in this particular season moving forward. And the left back position is there for the taking, as Ben Chilwell has been surplus to requirements according to Enzo Maresca, and for that singular reason, Gabriel Viega is left to battle that space with Cucurella. But we all know Cucurella is on form, and it's just fair that he's going to retain his place in that particular setup. So moving forward into the midfield, I'd rather have Lavia play in the number 6 role. I know a lot of Chelsea fans will come for me and decide to say what it is they feel probably taking a claim that I'm not a Chelsea fan. I might not, align with who is supposed to play in what team or not. But I'll tell you something. I'm a football lover. I'm a footballer, and I know how it feels to actually have the right people in your team. And this is the reason why I feel Lavia is going to do very well than Casado. You've seen it in the preseason, how this guy is able to collect ball on the half turn and ensure to play forward passes, whether short or long, and ensure to hold on to the ball when it's necessary and give the ball, out to the other midfielders or the attackers when he's supposed to release the ball. Those are the kind of traits you want to see in your number 6. And Casado, I'm sorry to say, doesn't have that trait. As simple as that. So left side of the mid, the number 8, I like to see Desiree Hall. I'm someone that likes to play players or see players in their preferred position. And because he's a left-footed player, a midfielder for that matter, I think it's just right he plays in the number 8 role. And particularly in this particular Chelsea team, I don't think there's any midfielder that could actually deliver more than Desiree Hall could in that team right now. So the dilemma is playing either Cole Palmer or Enzo Fernandez in that particular position. But for me, I'll go with Cole Palmer because he has all the attributes to actually play in that number 10 role ahead of Fernandez for me. So on the right side, I'm going to play Pedro Neto because of how direct he is and the flair and aura about him in the Premier League. I think he's more direct and more of a player than Noni Madueke. And in the middle, that's the number 9 role. I'll still retain Jackson not because he's good enough to play for this Chelsea team, just because they don't have an outright striker to play in that position. And there's just something about hold-up play and how strikers are able to link up play. And if you don't really have that in your team, it's going to be missing. And Chelsea are not a team that actually, playing with a false number 9 like Man City and Arsenal. So I'll still retain Jackson in the number 9 role. And on the left-hand side, that's where the dilemma is, whether to start, Nkunku on the left or start João Felix. That's something that is still, a very difficult one because as it is right now, Sterling has been surplus to requirements as well by Enzo Maresca. So, Chelsea fan, comment in the box if you think that I've brought out the formation that you'd like to see moving forward in the season. If you think I'm wrong, comment in the box. Let's hear your first, team selection for Chelsea in this particular season. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next next video. But before then, you guys stay blessed.